So imagine you are going to a restaurant with all your family members and the restaurant contains a hand wash facility. It's a feature. It's a feature every restaurant should offer. And now what is your opinion? Looking at the hand wash facility, right? It's neat, clean, hygienic, and water is also clean and well littered and everything is there. Now, what do you think this feature has? Is it a satisfier or a dissatisfier?
It is a dissatisfier.
Satisfier.
Satisfier.
It is a must-be feature.
Okay, so Tina is saying it is a satisfier, and Pranav is also saying it is a satisfier. Suppose if you are satisfied with the particular feature, imagine you go to a movie and then you are completely satisfied. What will you do? Once
We
you
will give a positive feedback.
very good, you will give a positive feedback, and you will probably recommend the movie to others. You will write a review, and you may watch it again and again, and all those things.
Yes.
And will you do same similar thing when you have a good experience with the hand wash facility in a restaurant? Come on.
Yes, sir.
Will you do all those things? Will you write a review? Will you recommend the restaurant to your friends and colleagues because the hand wash facility is great? Come on.
Not specially for a hand wash facility, sir.
Not for the hand wash facility. So what is this feature? Is it really a satisfier? It is not satisfying you.
No.
So what is this?
Delegating.
Suppose, imagine, let me put it other way. Suppose the restaurant doesn't have a hand wash facility. Now, how will you react? There is no hand wash facility there. Restaurant is expecting you to have the food directly without washing your hands. Will you like the restaurant?
No. No, sir.
So
No.
that means this feature is a dissatisfier. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
This feature is a dissatisfier. So you have to be very careful with the dissatisfier. Am I right or not?
Yes, sir.
So your first priority should be on all the dissatisfiers. Am I right? Are you with me?
Yes.
Yes.
Every
Sure.
product, every service will have so many features. Some of the features will obviously be dissatisfiers. You must know that. You must fulfill that. Only when hand wash facility is proper, people will walk inside your restaurant. Right? Just to be an option in the market, your product and service should have all the must-be feature. If you compromise one single must-be feature, you are not in the market, right? So you need to understand that. So this is how Kano model will be helping you to differentiate, or I would say prioritize the customer's requirement into different categories as must-be, performance, and delighter. So we'll see everything in detail in the main training program. And if the defined phase is done, the team will have the approved project charter. Your project is funded. The project is given an official permission. Legally, your project is on. For that, the project leader should have signed, finance controller should have signed, and then project sponsor should have signed. All the three has to sign. Then only your project is live. Please note your project charter will be a live document, meaning that you can update and get it re-approved even during the project, right? And then another important deliverable from the defined phase is SIPOC. SIPOC is otherwise called high-level process map, because SIPOC will have the P. P is process. The process means you don't have to show all the steps, because a process can have 100 steps. You are in the defined phase. You just have to show at least 5 to 12 steps. 5 steps to 12 steps, depending on the complexity of the process. But the maximum is, I would recommend only 12 steps. And that's why that's called a high-level process map, a 30,000 foot view of your process. That is very important, a 30,000 foot view of your process. Otherwise, what will happen? You may work on a process which is irrelevant to the problem you are trying to solve. If you improve a process which is not relevant to the kind of problem which you want to solve, your energy is getting wasted. So it's very important you work on the correct process. And that is why, we call it we check the goal alignment and everything. So a typical project charter, we call it a 6-pack project charter. You can have 8 packs, you can have 10 packs, and depending on the requirement, depending on your organization's interest. And typically, these 6 packs are very important. The business case or the business impact, the problem statement or the opportunity statement, the goal statement, and put realistic, achievable goals, and scope statement. What is, what are your project boundaries? You have to make it very clear. If the boundaries are not clear, for example, in the white belt, I'm not going to talk everything I know. I know where to stop, isn't it? Otherwise, the program will never end. I will keep on talking for 10 days, and then you'll never get your certificate. So always scope is important in your project also. When people are there, you have to tell them clearly what are they supposed to do and what are they not supposed to do, right? Both you have to make it clear, and that's what you are writing here in the scope statement. Then project plan, because it's a 6 months activity, every month milestone, person responsible, expected deliverables have to be laid down crystal clear. If required, you create a Gantt chart and make it available to the team. And then the team selection. The team members should complement each other in achieving the project goal. And such a way, you have to select the team members. And always team will go through 4 phases. What are the 4 phases? The first phase is team formation. Like all of us have today become a team. Yesterday we formed the team. And now after form, what happened? There will be a storm. What is storm? They may not come to a common agreement. And everybody will have a different opinion. And suppose if the measure phase is taking place, if you start collecting the data, then all the misunderstanding will start settling, because the data will reveal the reality. In the define phase, the team is formed. In the measure phase, the discussions, misunderstanding, and all those things will happen. Team leader one say and then may say something, and members may do something else. So the team is now undergoing a storm. Then what will happen? Third stage, if you go through the measure and then the analyze, and now there will be clarity on what they are trying to solve. And now the team will go through the third phase called norm, form, storm, and then norm. Now the last stage is perform. You should be very good in managing your team to make sure the team quickly comes to the 4th stage. What is the 4th stage? Perform. Otherwise, what will happen? If you spend more time in forming and storming as well as the norming, then by the time the duration is over, and then timelines are not met, and then there are many complications that will happen. So always the team will go through these 4 phases. So you have to make your team selection properly. Thereby, you should be able to quickly bring the team to the perform stage. All right, the define is done, and now there is a question to you. What are the main deliverables of a define phase? Can you answer this question?